What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Marathon and Riot today. Marathon at the request of Danny and Apple and Kratos. Riot at the request of Kratos, or Kratos. Yes, we're moving down. Yes, we are. It looks sad. It looks like it wants to move down more. You were overbought. Very strong. Very, very strong move. And now you're not overbought. You probably see some repercussions because of that. You're probably going to form a higher low, which is a good thing, by the way. It's a very good thing. You want to do that. Rejected your 1414. Beautiful fib extension. Hit it. Very common maneuver is to bounce off the 886. If you don't bounce there, the next area would be your 786. If you don't bounce there, next area would be the 618. So with that, we have three potential targets. $17.69. $15.97, and finishing it all off with $13.46, and that gives us a grand range of about $13.50 to $17.70, right? So somewhere in that range I think we're going to go, and being that Bitcoin has just started to drop, being that this has just started to drop, I would think that it goes lower than $16. I would. But you never know. Finding a point of support at the 886, literally right at it, it's very common. But again, I just would assume that you go lower than that. You can stand to go lower than that and still have a higher low. But I wouldn't think that you would go too much lower than about 1345, personally. You could go all the way back down below $11 and still have a higher low. It is possible. But I would think you hold that 1340, 1350 area personally. That's kind of my thoughts, actually. I can be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Let's see if anything agrees with this fib, bottom to top here. That 382 is in line with that 886. That's nice. That's a good. This green line will probably provide solid support. You know, I would bet actually you do a little maneuver like this where you do bounce in this area around 1770. Right off that 886, you come back up to $22. You find resistance there, and then you move down. Probably, I'm going to change it. I said that you probably won't go that much below, what was it? That much below 1346. Oh no, maybe you don't. Okay. No, yeah. That you wouldn't go that much below it, but maybe you do. Maybe you go all the way down to 11. Maybe you go down to 1260. That's kind of the target area that I would expect. This is the more relative fib. It's not based off of the extension that you broke through already, so I kind of would expect that, though you don't have to. You absolutely could find support somewhere above in this area too, but as of right now, I would expect to move like this. Again, you bounce off of 1770 area, come back up to about $22, reject there, and then you're going to make your way down to $11.11 to $12.60, somewhere in that range. If not, you'll bounce higher, but that to me makes sense, man. It looks like a pretty straight line, clean-cut line right there. That would make sense to me. So, yeah, if you did that by March, that would literally line up right on this line, right at the 618, 69 area down there. So that's what I got for Marathon. I think it's going lower. It won't be a straight line probably, but yeah, looks weak on its daily. Looks ready to pull back on its weekly. Normal stuff. That's okay. I want to look one more thing real quick, actually. Top to bottom on this fib. 61869 rejection, and your 382 is all the way down at $11. Oh yeah. Yep. $11, here you come. $11, here you come. That's all I got to say. I think it will. I do think it will. The more I look at it, at first I wasn't so convinced. I was thinking you'd hold that 1350 area, 1340 area. I think you go to $11. Below $12, even maybe just a little bit below $11, but somewhere around $11 is where I think you're going. So that's Marathon. Riot now. Let's start a riot, man. You guys remember that song? I don't think any riot was started while that song was playing. Maybe, but I don't know. Overbought, kind of rejected it, moving down, having that kind of reaction off of it. High here, lower low, and a lower high. Ooh, Riot, you actually might get a lower low, buddy. You might go all the way down to $6.70, $6.60, huh? Potentially even just below $6 for Riot, guys. Wow. Yeah. Hold on. 1272 right there, man. Yeah. Below $7, below $6 is possible, but I would think at least below $7 is where this thing's going. Probably around 577 to 660. I'd say around there. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Going down on both of them. A lot more to go. If you liked the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to see more. I appreciate you guys very much. Again, just like with Marathon, I would say that you probably do have a little bounce off your 382, come back up. You might bounce right off of $10.18 and then come back up to about $13.50 and then move down lower. Why would that make sense? Well, beyond the fact that we have a bunch of squiggly white lines in the way, we have the 382 here for support. We have the 236 for resistance. We have a previous area of support that we broke out of, check it back for resistance, and then continue to move lower. It's a very classic maneuver. But I do think we have lower to go in the immediate term because we are just now getting into the oversold zone on the RSI. So I do think it goes lower. Look for a bounce in that $10 area, psychological support, and it's the 382 itself. And then you probably do again move up to about 1350 before you complete your final descent down. This move down to prices just like with Marathon, man, down to about 655 to 570, whatever. This move down here is not going to happen overnight. It could. It's probably not going to, though. It'll probably take a month or more, if I really had to guess. But that's all I got. Take care. Hit that like button. Subscribe to see more. Thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.